Hey, what is up guys? So we are going to be talking about limiting the same heroes or stacking heroes in ranked in Overwatch, because a lot of you guys wanted my thoughts and opinions on this, and I've thought about the topic myself, and I think that there are some pros and cons definitely to having multiple heroes, or I guess technically making it so you cannot have multiple heroes per team. We're not talking about per game, so we could definitely see like 2 McCrees or 2 Winstons. It's just one will have to be on each team. So that said, let's go ahead and jump right into the gameplay, and then I'll talk a little bit about it. The gameplay that you guys are seeing is a weekly mode that is Genji's versus Hanzo's only, and I think that is really awesome. I think that this mode is super fun to play, and I like it because I can definitely show who's boss of the Genji world. But that said, let's go ahead and jump right into the topic. So as far as this topic goes, I think it's only relevant to us ranked players. The ranked section of this game has not been added yet, and a lot of people are wondering, is this game going to have it so you can only have one hero per team? We're not talking about per game, we're talking about per team. So that means, again, that you can see 2 McCrees and 2 Winstons, just one will be on each team. Now, there are definitely pros and cons to both sides, and I'll go over both of those. But this will only really be implemented into the rank section. I think making this addition to the quick match would be a terrible idea, because some people, especially the casuals, they buy this game, maybe they only like 1 or 2 heroes, and if those both heroes are taken, they'll just be like, I don't want to play, I'll just quit. That can be something that's very relevant in games, especially in NA. We go to other regions of the world, there's not as many babies about the games. But that said, let's go and talk about some of the pros and some of the cons. Now, first off, I do want to say, again, this is only going to really apply potentially to the ranked section of this game and some tournaments. Some tournaments already have this rule set where you can only have 1 hero per team. And I think that the game is technically big enough as of right now, if they wanted to do this, where they had it so that there are 2 sections of the ranked. That maybe a 6-man ranked where you go in it as a group of 6 and you can't stack heroes, or maybe that they would just have it so in solo and duo queue you can stack heroes. I don't know. It totally depends on where they want to take it. And I think that they can maybe just add a weekly mode where they add this mode to see some feedback from the community. Maybe have it in a ranked weekly mode or something like that. I don't know, something just to kind of test it out and see what people like, and just get a feel for it. But it will also make it so you will see a more diverse team composition, because as of right now there are a lot of team compositions that are running doubles and of certain heroes, and sometimes towards the end of the game, certain payloads or certain time frames, it'll call for you to go multiple of one hero because a hero excels at doing a certain job. And I think that that's part of the game in general, is to know when to swap to which hero at which time, because certain heroes don't get as much play in certain time frames of the game, where it's at the very end of the payload. I don't think that there's that many Symmetras. I know you can put the teleporter behind and gank the team, but not too often will you see a Symmetra late game, try to set up a teleporter 2 inches outside of the base. It just doesn't happen. I know it does happen once in a while, but for the most part, she just doesn't see some play during certain time frames of the game. So that's something that's kind of relevant. But anyways, some of the pros for the game, if you make it so they have it so you can only have 1 hero, is that you'll see more heroes in the game, because if you can't play double or triple of a certain hero, then you'll get to see other heroes in the game. And I think for the casual players, they're like, wow, I really like a certain hero, but I never see it in rank. You can see some of the better players play that hero, and you can learn from them. So I think that that's one aspect that is really good, and it's more so that you can just see the other heroes, and I like that definitely, but it doesn't allow certain things to happen in the game, and let me talk about some of those things. So some of the cons definitely are people complaining, let's say I pick Genji and I die twice or something like that, and someone might be like, wow, do you suck as Genji, let me play Genji. And then I'm not to be one to argue about that kind of stuff, because I can just swap roles. But I know that there are people that will be like, nope, I'm staying on this hero or something like that, even if they're not doing good. If I'm not doing good on a hero, I'll definitely rotate and swap. That is something, because I want to win the game. But that definitely is a con when people complain about certain things. Another con I see is you can't do some of the cheese. I'm talking about doing double Lucio early on in the game, and then being able to do the double dash, let Symmetra set up extra turrets. I know it's kind of like not intended for Symmetra to be able to do certain things, but if you run some of these cheesy comps, you can do some of these things, like, you know, you do like the triple Lucio, and then you rush, you get the turret set up, or the sentry little like orb things, and then you rush back real quick. That is something that you can't see. You know, there are going to be a lot of cool things that you'll be missing out on, some crazy little plays. Another con is for any of those one-trick pony type of players, yeah, that can, I mean, you could argue that could be a pro also, because it forces them to learn other heroes and make them a better player. But the biggest problem for a con is, what if you only play 5 heroes and they all get taken? At that point, that really sucks. Because there's only 21 heroes in this game, and you know, some MOBAs, they've got like, you know, 100+ heroes, so that's something you have to take into consideration as well. But overall, I'll be happy with either way that they take it. I can totally see them adding the heroes to making it so you can only play a certain amount in rank, or if they make it so you can't. You know, I'm totally down for either one. But let me know your guys' thoughts on it. Do you guys think it's a good idea or a bad idea to make it so you can only run 1 hero per team? But yeah, anyways, I'm happy with either, because I got a decent amount of pool of players. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and I'm signing out.